Hare Krishna. My voice is audible now? I wish you all a very, very happy Govardhan Puja. Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki. Okay, so we can do much better because tomorrow is Diwali. I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. Hari Bol. Thank you all so much. I am truly very, very grateful. I am not an experienced person here, neither I have any realization, but by the mercy of Sri Narasimha Prabhuji and all the assembled esteemed Vaishnava devotees here, maybe with your kind blessings, I would just repeat whatever I have learned, whatever I have read in these few days. So today's agenda will be, we'll have the class, this session until about like 6:15. After that we'll have some announcements, and then do not miss event, that is Govardhan Puja outside in the park. There is a huge Giri Govardhan hill that is like a must attend event. So if you're planning to leave early, but please do not miss that event, and after that we'll have prasadam. And another not to miss event at around 8 o'clock we'll have Shayan Aarti, along with we'll be offering ghee lamps to Shri Shri Radhika Lachanji Damodar Bhagwan. So that's the entire agenda for today. And with all your kind blessings, we would just start with a small bhajan, and we'll get into the Leela of Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Everybody together please. Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare जय राधा कालचंजी राधा कालचंजी राधा कालचंजी श्री राधे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा मैया। जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय। जय प्रभुपादा 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 श्रील प्रभुपादा। Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krpa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki. What an amazing festival today. And today being a Sunday, everybody has a choice. You would have been at your home relaxing, maybe watching some Netflix or just chilling with your family, but we have all been chosen here to be in Shri Shri Kalachandji Dham because this is such an auspicious day today. It is just not today, just auspicious, this entire month of Kartik. So how many of us know like the Kartik month, Kartika Masam? So this entire month is so auspicious. And in this auspicious month, we are here today on this auspicious day of celebrating Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan. So, what is the speciality of Kartik month? Any youngsters want to maybe try? What do we do in Kartik month? Yes, Damodar Arati. We specifically offer the ghee lamp to Lord Damodar. So if you are looking at the altar, the center picture underneath just Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji, we see Yashoda Damodarji. So Yashoda Mai has tied up Krishna's waist with the rope. So Dama Udara, right? So we offer ghee lamps to Lord Damodar this entire month. So such an auspicious day, such an auspicious month, and a beautiful festival today. Thank you all so much, and we all welcome to Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji Dham. Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji Bhagwan ki. Alright, so here we are, hearing about Giriraj so many times, we heard him. How many of us have been to Govardhan Dham or Vrindavan Dham? Please raise your hands. Hari Bol. So, on the specific day of Govardhan Puja, even in Vrindavan, there was a huge festival, right? And this one fine morning, like all the Vrajvasis were very busy. They were like tying flowers, they were nicely decorating their homes with all rangoli, lighting the lamps. They were decorating the cows so beautifully with all flower garlands. It was such a beautiful atmosphere. And baby Krishna, he was hardly 7-year-old, he was looking at, okay, all the Vrajvasis are seriously busy, even mom and dad, Yashodamaya, Nanda Maharaj, everybody is super busy in doing all the puja arrangements. And he had a question in his mind, okay, why are they so busy? And he goes and inquires Nanda Baba, Baba, what is going on? What is the festival today? And Nanda Maharaj said, my dear little Krishna, today is Indra Puja. You know, Lord Indra, who is the master of controlling the entire rain and everything. He outpours the rain for the entire Vrindavan, and we have nice fresh grass so that all the cows can feed on the grass, and we have lot of fresh milk coming out of cows. And Nanda Maharaj's business of selling milk and everything is first class. How many Gujaratis in the temple room here? Yeah, so you know, with all the milk, so many sweets for Krishna, and so much milk was even sold in Vrindavan. So, but Krishna was a little skeptical, okay. Indradev, then he starts little argument, not argument, but he was trying to convince all the elder Gopas and Nanda Maharaj, saying, Baba, it is the duty of Indradev, or for example, any of the Devatas, to do their respective duty. So, the rain even falls in some forest, the rain falls in the oceans, everywhere in the entire world. So why is that? It is the duty of Indradev to supply us with that rain and everything. But Baba, what I feel is, it is our Govardhan who actually should be worshipped. It is not Indradev. So Krishna was very smart. Huh? He knows how to exactly crush the ego of Indradev, right? So all the elderly Gopas, everybody agreed, okay, yes, it is Govardhan who is actually giving us the entire shelter, so much of green grass for our cows to feed on. Okay, let's do what Krishna is saying and let's worship Indradev. Govardhan. So now all the paraphernalia which was ready for Indradev, Indra Puja, everything got diverted, right? All the foodstuffs, all the milk sweets, gulab jamun, sandesh, samosa, jalebi, rabdi, cakes, fried items, so much of rice, different varieties, like thousands and thousands of preparations Yashodamai was doing, and all the elderly gopis were doing for Indradev, but they all, everything they got it for Giriraj. So now I actually remember, so I even see my god sister here. So when we went to the yatras, we remember, right? So specifically when we have these Kartik yatras, so with many of our spiritual masters, so if anybody did not yet go for a Kartik yatra, so what happens is, thousands of devotees, we fly from here, many devotees even from India, they just take trains, buses, we all assemble at that specific place. So one time in Kartik, we may go to Mayapur and sometimes maybe in Vrindavan. So the yatra lasts for about a week. Sometimes it used to be about like 2 weeks, but now it's about like a week. But one of the day, we are all given a chance to cook for Sri Giriraj. Right, Mataji? And we are all given the chulha. It's not the typical stove, but what's the chulha? Anybody? With all the sticks and gobar, the cow dung, they all lit the nice little stove and they cook nice preparations. So we all devotees are engaged in cooking for Sri Giriraj, that specific day. And they carry in big mud pots in huge trucks. So much of effort goes in there. Almost like 10,000 devotees cooking for Sri Giriraj, taking all these pots, bringing all the pots to Giriraj Govardhan. It's huge festival, right? So now what happens? What are the famous animals in Vrindavan or Govardhan? Monkeys. They are generally not at good behavior, right? As soon as they see something, they just want to grab and eat. But this specific day, when we are offering, so it was about like almost 8,000 plus offerings we were offering to Giriraj. Meticulously arranged, right? Monkeys were everywhere there around Giriraj. And all Prabhujis were standing with some sticks. Okay, just to be careful. But those monkeys were really very well behaved. So you see some small monkey there, right near Gaurnitai, climbing onto the little pole. So these monkeys were very well behaved, right? And we all had to close our eyes, okay, because it was being offered to Giriraj. And by the way, if you are eating Giriraj's prasadam today, please do not waste even a single grain of prasadam. So please take whatever you want, plus please do not waste anything or throw any prasadam. This was the instructions given to us. There were like 8,000 different bhoga which were being offered, and all the Prabhujis were with the sticks, and we devotees were asked to everybody please close your eyes. Now the offering is being done to Sri Giriraj, right? But now Prabhujis are much smarter, right? They have got this big bunches of bananas, and they just placed them there. And as soon as the offering was done, they were about to remove all the offerings, and the monkeys know that okay, offering is done. They just jump onto those bananas and they just start grabbing and eating. And carefully all Prabhujis will take the Mahaprasadam and they just bring it back to distribute to all the devotees. This is Govardhan festival. I mean, this is how Giriraj is being fed. Now everybody was jubilant. Everybody was happy. They were offering all different bhoga to Giriraj, but only one person was very unhappy. And he was Indradev. He was really mad. What? All these offerings are meant for me. I mean, this puja is meant for me. Who is this silly little fellow? Krishna. He's saying, and all these Vrajavasis have accepted and they are trying to worship some big hill. I really don't understand. But Vrajavasis were super happy, and now they were circumambulating the huge hill Giriraj after the offering. So let's all celebrate together, right? Just singing for Giriraj. Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jai Giriraj, Giri Govardhan, Jai Giriraj, Giri Govardhan. Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki. So now they finished the puja, they finished the parikrama, and the only person who was so unhappy, Indradev, was really puffed up with pride. So by the way, we know Indradev, he is worshipable. I mean, he is the Devata, he is the demigod. He is a devotee of Lord Krishna, but sometimes that pride, when that kicks into our heart, Krishna never likes it. So though we try to be in that garb of devotee, having this tilak, nice sari, nice dhoti, but until we have that pride inside our heart, Kalachanji would never accept us. So that's the trickier portion of our spiritual life. It is not so easy. It may be very simple, But dealing with our own anarthas, it is very, very, very difficult. But there is no option for us. If we want the butter thief, if we want Kalachanji to really sit in our heart, that's the only way we have to purify ourselves, right? So now Indra was very unhappy and he started pouring heavy, heavy rain. So he has these special clouds called Samvartaka clouds, and they were like, so raindrop is maybe this little much, but the Samvartaka cloud was this huge, like pillars of rain. So we don't even have that kind of rain, storm, cyclone, tornado in this material world. We have never seen that. That kind of anger was completely shown by Indra on poor Vrajvasis. They didn't do anything. It was just a simple puja which was not offered to Indradev, and Indradev was really mad. So it was not for a day. It was almost for 7 days and 7 nights, non-stop. It was a cyclonic hurricane with hail, with thunderstorms. It was downpoured on Vrindavan. So all the Vrajvasis, they were running to Krishna. Krishna, please save us. Krishna, please save us. Krishna knows everything. So with his left hand, pinky finger, he just lifts up Shri Shri Giriraj. Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki. Then he asked all the Vrajvasis, please, please, just come under this. So for all the 7 days and 7 nights, our baby Krishna, who is already almost how many years old? Anybody is 7 years old in this room? Maybe 8? Can you please stand up, please, if you can? Haribol. So this old Krishna was, can you imagine? Thank you, Prabhu. So Krishna was just standing there. This is miraculous. This is magical. What is the weakest part in our body? You don't even have any strength. Just try to hold it for at least whatever, like 30 seconds. It's so difficult. You cannot even bend. Krishna being the supreme personality of Godhead. But Vrajvasis are not realizing, because that is the rasa they are in. They don't want to see Krishna as Bhagavan. That is the love they have for Kalachanji. So now Krishna picks up the big hill Shri Shri Giriraj. And Acharya says that this is such a beautiful moment where you see all the gopas, all the gopis, all the little cowherd, all the elderly cowherd men, everybody, cows, calves, whoever are in Vrindavan, everybody are in that big, underneath the big umbrella, right? So this is a separation of Vrajavasis. So in the morning when Yashodamai is giving butter to Krishna, or all the elderly gopis, they can only see Krishna only for that morning time, breakfast time, right? And then all the gopas get a chance. Sridama, Madhumangal, they all go with Krishna and they get the daytime with Krishna, right? And in the night time, it is the special time with Krishna only for gopis, right? But this is the only pastime where Giriraj Govardhan gave that special mercy to all the Vrajavasis. It is just not for one part of the day. For 7 days and 7 nights, all the Vrajavasis were just looking at Krishna. Shri Shri Shyam Sundar ki Jai. He was so beautiful. Everybody was like completely fulfilled just looking at Shri Krishna. So that is the greatness of Shri Shri Giriraj, that he could get the entire Vrindavan under that one big umbrella of Giri Govardhan. So in the same way, we should be very, very grateful to our spiritual guru, Srila Prabhupada. He has given us this big tree of ISKCON, right? Where we all Vaishnavas can come under that shelter. And he has given us the worship of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, which we never knew. We greatly say, proudly say, okay, yeah, I am a South Indian, I am from India, I know everything. Oh, I know Krishna. Do we really know Krishna? Srila Prabhupada gave that worship of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. So we are under that big tree of Govardhan. This is the complete ISKCON organization. We are so grateful for our acharyas that today we are able to worship Radha and Krishna together. So Indra was continuing his wrath of so much of rain and hail, there was a big huge disturbance externally, but internally everybody was having a party, right? Full disco party. Giriraj has given a complete great environment underneath his shelter. There were nice swings, there were nice juices, and it was a complete nice atmosphere where all Brajvasis were enjoying, just glancing at Krishna, having that rasa with Krishna, right? So Yashoda Mai was like, oh Lalla, you are so tired. Maybe your hand is so much paining. At least keep the flute away, I'll feed you something. You have not eaten from 7 days. And elderly Gopas, Krishna, you must be very tired. No, we should all hold our sticks against Govardhan so that it will give some relief for Krishna. So all take their sticks and holding Govardhan, so that thinking that maybe our baby Krishna will get some relief from the burden of, from the weight of Sri Giriraj, right? And Krishna is holding Giriraj, and just for a moment he just glances Srimati Radharani and he starts trembling. As soon as the Giriraj was trembling, he just lost little control, and all the Gopas who were holding the sticks, all the sticks started breaking. So Gopas were thinking, oh no, we are trying to help Krishna. I mean, that is the rasa they have, that is the love they have for Krishna, right? So beautiful mellows were happening under Govardhan. Externally it was huge disaster, right, my dear devotees? Externally we have so many problems in our life. Health problems, mental problems, with children we have problems. Children don't listen to us, spouse doesn't listen to us. We think that's a problem, but yeah. But internally, if we really take shelter of that sweet Lord Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, then it's a party. My Guru Maharaj says, if our intentions, if our meditation, if our smarana is as deep as an ocean is very deep, right? Does it get affected with the different waves which is going on? No. So if our meditation is very, very deep, and our smarana is on the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna, then we will not be disturbed by any kind of external problems, right? We will get that strength to face those problems. Krishna gives us that strength. So the party was continuing, Indradev was continuing. So this was for 7 days and 7 nights. So now this was underneath the hill. Now what is going on top of the hill? Something special was going on. Such huge rain, not even a speck of dust was moved away from Vrindavan. Can you believe? Happily deers were going around, dancing around. All the lions, snakes, everybody was doing their own job, and it was looking like the rain was actually doing abhishek for Shri Shri Giriraj. Giriraj was completely cleansed in that rain. It was such a beautiful moment to see. So all the devotees in that rasa were having a beautiful time with Krishna, and that brings us to a beautiful verse in Sri Damodara Ashtakam, which we'll be singing tonight. But the theme for today is mainly the shloka 3 and 4. Many of us know. If you want to sing, we can sing along. So the third shloka, or if you want to just open up on your phones, this is the third verse of Damodara Ashtakam. Iti driksva bhirananda kunde Swaghosham nimajantam akyapayantam Iti driksva bhir Tadiye sitagnesu bhaktarjitatvam Puna prematastam satavriti vande By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in the pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. So on the same lines, let's also do the fourth verse. Varam deva moksham na moksham vadim va na chanyam vrineham vareshadapiha. Idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virastram kimanye. Shri Shri Radha Damodar Bhagwan ki Jai. So in this way, that melos and that rasa was actually, everybody was having so much of fun and that actual rasa with Krishna. Yeah, the fourth verse actually says, O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon, which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, Shri Kalachandji, I simply wish that this form of yours, as Balagopal in Vrindavan, may ever be manifested in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? So we'll continue our discussion. So now that we know the pastime, where we also know that, okay, Giriraj. So now let's take a poll in the audience who actually feel Giriraj is the best servant of Lord Krishna. Please raise your hands if you agree to this point. Alright, I see at least 6 people. Okay. Now let's see who says Giriraj is Krishna himself. Okay, I see maybe 10 hands. Okay, that's nice. So let's hear from, so the first party is, we are saying Giriraj is Krishna himself. And the second party, we are saying Giriraj is servant of Krishna. So we will have some kind of evidence from scriptures. Everybody ready? Haribol? All right. You can repeat after me. Girirajau Hare Rupam. This is from Garga Samhita. So, Gargacharya, who is the direct guru of Krishna, I mean, he has given the name for Krishna, right? Baby Krishna, he took him to a small cow shed and there Krishna was given the name. So he knows everything, right? Hence he gave him the name of Krishna. So Gargacharya himself is saying, what? Girirajo Hare Rupam. That Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan is Krishna himself. So number 1 evidence. Alright? Number 2. Srila Vyasadeva is saying, everybody kindly repeat after me. Eshaha Govardhano Sakshat Krishnaha eva na samshayam. That means there is no doubt that Giriraj is Krishna himself. And who is saying this? Vyasadeva. So 2 people on your first party, whoever the 6 people who raised. So you have evidence from 2 people. Srila Vyasadeva himself and Gargacharya himself. Let's look at The third person, Krishna himself. Krishna is saying, Shailosmi. What is Shaila? The mountain. Asmi. Me. I am Giriraj. Krishna himself is saying. Chalo, first group they already won. So no need of the second group, whoever is saying. Right? Everybody agree? Let's say Haribol to the first party. But we have one more fourth person. Our own Shri Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Prabhu kahe, ye Shila, Krishna Raswaroop. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually has given this Govardhan Shila to Srila Raghunath Goswami Pad and said, you can worship this Shila. He is non-different than Krishna himself. So we have 4 evidences saying that Shri Shri Giriraj is okay. But we have to make the second party, second group also happy, right? Now let's hear from Srila Rupa Goswami or Acharya. He is saying Govardhan is Tata. Who speaks Telugu? I mean, that's maybe a wrong question in Dallas. Please raise your hands. What does it mean by Tata? Grandfather, like a fatherly figure. In Sanskritam it is actually said Tata is like a fatherly figure. So Govardhan had been eternally staying in Vrindavan eternally for so many years, right? And actually Srila Rupa Goswami is saying Govardhan is Tata. Right? That he is the servant of Krishna. He is Tata. He is just an elderly figure. Now we have the second personality, Srila Sanatana Goswami. Please kindly repeat after me. Govardhano Jayati Shaila Kuladirajo Yad Gopikabhi Udito Haridasavaryo Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So this specific verse was taken and recited by Srila Sanatana Goswami. He is saying Haridasa Varyo. Haridasa means servant of Sri Hari. So second proof done, right? Now let's hear from Sukadeva Goswami, and if anybody is curious, it is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.21.18. I'll just read the translation. Sanskrit is a little big, but of all the devotees, this Govardhan hill is the best. Oh my friends, this hill supplies Krishna and Balaram along with their calves, cows and cowherd friends with all kinds of necessities, water for drinking, very soft grass, caves, fruits, flowers and vegetables. In this way, the hill offers respects to the Lord. Being touched by the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram, Govardhan hill appears very jubilant. Right? So, Srila Sukadeva Goswami is also saying that Giriraj is Krishna. Servant of Krishna, yes. So we have 4 and we have 3. So let's bring in the 4th person on the second party, right? Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad ki. Giri Nrupa Haridas Shrenivaryeti Nama Mrutamida Uditam Shri Radhika Vaktra Chandrat Vrajanavatilakatve Klipta Vedai Sputam Me Nija Nikata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanatvam. This is a very, very beautiful verse. So while I was actually hearing to His Grace Amarendra Prabhuji, I mean, out of the world, if you just like type in for Amarendra Prabhuji on Govardhan Lila, he will actually take us, transcend us to this beautiful pastime of Govardhan Lila. And this specific verse, it is so beautiful. So for devotees who are really inspired to know and what to recite, so at about like 6:30 we'll all be going out, and when we do the Govardhan Parikrama, you can actually open this entire song. This is from Govardhana Vasa Prarthana Dashakam. This is a 10 verse. written by Sri Raghunath Das Goswami Maharaj, Goswami Pad. And you can actually recite this to Sri Giriraj while you are doing your parikrama today. O Govardhan, O King of Mountains, O Hill, whose nectareous name, the best of Lord Hari's servants, flows from the moon of Sri Radha's mouth. O Hill, the Vedas declare to be the Tilaka marking of Vraja, please grant me residence near you. So that should be our prayer while we are actually meditating on Sri Giriraj today. So now the debate has not ended here. So party 1 and party 2, we should have some conclusion, right? But let's hear from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, finally what Lord Chaitanya says, what Krishna has said. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 11.28, Eme bhakta jana partha, name bhakta chate jana, mad bhakta nam chaye bhaktas, te me bhakta tamamatha. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, those who are my direct devotees are actually not my devotees, but those who are devotees of my servant are factually my devotees. So Krishna himself is saying that if you are serving my devotees, I'll be more happy than you serving directly me. Right? So we are staying with devotees, we come to temple, even at home we have the devotee family, husband is devotee, spouse is devotee. Externally we just don't want to behave like a devotee. I mean internally we really want to, we don't want to insult them, we don't want to offend them. It is very easy to say, but being with devotees, Krishna is not pleased if we are trying to blame each other or if we are trying to offend each other. So Krishna directly, he himself is saying, those who are my direct devotees, I am not so pleased. But if you are serving servants of me, I am more pleased. Hence we have in our life Shri Guru. Guru Krishna Prasade Bhai Bhakti Lata Bij. That means by mercy of such a pure devotee, we are getting Krishna. It is not easy for us to directly approach Krishna. We have to have that Vaishnava in our life, that pure devotee in our life who is the servant of Krishna, who can actually give us this path of self-realization and that pure love and pure seva for Shri Shri Radha and Shri Krishna. Right? So finally we at least, the party 1 and the party 2, everybody, whoever has raised your hands, everybody is correct. Shri Shri Giriraj is that great servant of Shri Krishna. At the same time, he is Giriraj, Giridhari, he himself, he is Krishna. Right? So, when we say Tilaka, so I'll be just ending in few more minutes, we will just know what exactly the entire Vrindavan means when we look at the perspective of Krishna's entire bodily features. So the entire 12 forests of Vrindavan are actually the entire body of Krishna if we are just trying to compare. And the heart of Krishna is Vrindavan Dham. So Vrindavan is heart of Krishna. And the eyes are Radhakund and Shyamkund. Neck is Dan Ghati. And face is Mukaravind. So if you are really looking very closely to Giri Govardhan today, when you go out, you can actually see. So devotees might have been put up little flags where they actually name everything whatever is around Govardhan, right? And the entire backbone is Shri Yamuna Devi. And the tilak is Govardhan, our Giriraj. So it says, according to scriptures, a body without tilak, it is just compared to a crematory. It is like a dead body. But if you have tilak worn on your body every single day, your body is actually the temple of Krishna. So as Vaishnavas, we should actually practice. So if you really know there are like 12 places, we actually do the tilak to the entire body. That means all the 12 different temples, you are actually giving Krishna that seat in our heart, and you are actually purifying your body. So if nobody has yet practiced how to put tilak, there are so many YouTube videos anywhere you can just put your tilak. You are actually inviting Krishna into your heart. Your body has become the temple, and without this tilak, it is actually a crematory. Without Govardhan in that Vrindavan Dham, it is just barren. It seems Govardhan was 800 million miles wide and 80 million miles tall. That was the height and width of Giriraj Govardhan when the actual pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna actually happened in this Bhauma Vrindavan. Today you might be seeing, he might have been reduced little bit in his size. That brings up to us a pastime of Pulastya Rishi. How many of us know the pastime of Pulastya Rishi? It's a beautiful pastime, right? So one day, Pulastya Rishi was meditating. He was from Kashi, but he was like, I want a certain cave for me where I can actually meditate. And he goes to Himalayas, right? And there, the Dronagiri, he's requesting, my dear Dronagiri, please, can you just give me some place or some cave where I can do my meditation? And Dronagiri says, yes, you can just pick up any mountain and happily do your meditation. Then Pulastya Rishi actually sees the baby go over the mountain there. It was just like a child. And he says, I love this mountain. I just want this mountain, Dronagiri. And he says, no, he is my baby. I can just give you any other mountain, but please do not take Govardhan with you. But finally Govardhan agrees to go with Pulastya Rishi, thinking that I am in separation from Vrindavan, let me do a trick with Pulastya Rishi and let me go with him. So he says, okay Rishi, I am ready to come with you, but there is one condition. As soon as you put me down, I am not going to move from there. On this condition, if you take me, then I will come with you. Then he said, yes, no problem. I will just make you afloat with me, not this, but yeah, whatever, how he was carrying. But he started carrying Govardhan. And they were almost in the perimeter of Vrindavan. Govardhan had so much of ecstasy. All his hair was standing on his end, all the grass on Govardhan. He was crying. All the waterfalls were overflowing from Govardhan. And he pushed the magic button. At the same time, Pulastya Rishi had an urgent nature's call. And he was like, okay, now I have to put Govardhan down, and he attends the nature call. And Govardhan was super happy. Yay, I finally reached Vrindavan. And here he is. We have our sweet Giriraj Govardhan in Vrindavan. So now Pulastya Rishi, he is not normal. Now he is like, he comes back with anger and he says, now come, get up and we have to go to Kashi. He is like, you promised me. As soon as you put me down, I am not going to move from here. Right? So now it says scripturally that Pulastya Rishi actually curses him. Now Govardhan, every year you will go down and shrink by a size of a mustard seed. And that's how we see that 800 million miles wide and 80 million miles, we cannot even imagine. I'm just saying those numbers, but we cannot even imagine. And today when we see Giriraj, he has shrunk down. But at the same time, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakurji, he says, what kind of curse can a devotee have? He is devotee of Lord Krishna. All these curses, they don't work. But it is a separation of Govardhan from Shri Radha Shyam Sundar that he is very tired. He just wants to go back and he just sat down. So Giriraj, whom we see today, is just the Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, his eyes and just part of his face. Rest everything is actually inside the ground. Shri Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki. So my only special request, if we have some time, so whenever we are doing Giriraj Parikrama outside, if we can all meditate on Shri Giriraj to give us that pure love and service to Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji, that will be our perfection of life. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. If I have spoken something wrong or mistakenly misstated something, please forgive me as your humble servant. Thank you. Hare Krishna. I'm not going to ask any questions or comments, but yeah, if anybody wants to share anything, or if you want to add anything, I'll be super happy.
No, I don't. I was just thinking. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for a wonderful class. That was so much fun. And it's been too long since you were on the Vyasa-san, so I'm so glad you're back. Is it okay if I ask a question about the part of the story you didn't tell?
I can try, Mataji,
Okay.
whatever I've read from.
Well, I was just thinking, so we know after the storm, Indra goes and he apologizes to Krishna with Mother Surabhi cow, and Krishna forgives him. And I was wondering did he forgive him so easily? Because we hear in the 9th canto with Durvasa Muni, how Durvasa Muni offended Krishna's devotee Ambarish Maharaj, and then Krishna as Vishnu sent the Sudarshan chakra, and Durvasa Muni ran across the universe and finally fell at Vishnu's feet and said, "I'm so sorry I offended your devotee, please stop." And then Lord Vishnu said, I can't, you have to go to apologize to my devotee. But Indra offended the people that are the most dear to Krishna, the Vrajbasis. So why did Krishna forgive Indra so easily?
Thank you, Mataji. I actually missed that part in between, but your question actually covers that. So scripturally it is actually said, so we know Brahma Vimohan Leela. So when Lord Brahmaji, what he did, he just took few calves, right? It was not such a big offense like what Indra did. Indra did a huge offense of actually troubling Vrindavan Vasis so much. But Lord Brahma, maybe just few cows, maybe for an year, right? But Brahma was not forgiven so easily. But Indra was forgiven very easily. Why? Because what Indra did, nobody could do. He has actually united the entire Vrindavan Vasis to just relish with Shyam Sundar. Nowhere in scriptures where we see actually all different rasas coming under the same time at the same place. So actually he made Vrindavan Vasis so happy. So we were actually discussing, right? It was a whole party which was going on underneath the hill. So that was the reason actually Prabhuji also explains that 7 days and 7 nights, only in 7 verses in Srimad Bhagavatam Indra was forgiven. But the entire 14th chapter of the 10th canto, Brahma was not forgiven. I hope that answers Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
Hare
question.
Krishna.
Anybody wants to add, please?
We have time for one more question, but in the meantime, can everybody scoot up, please? We have some space here at the front, and there's guests at the back that can't get in. If we could all scoot up about 4 or 5 feet, that would be great. Thank you. We have time for one more question. Anybody else have another question? Mr. Bhagavan Prabhu. Do you mind? Manjari Gopika, could you pass the mic back up?
Yes. Hare Krishna. In the as devotees, we're always striving to go back to Godhead, to leave the material world and go to the spiritual world where there's eternal knowledge and bliss. But this Damodar song, he keeps on singing that he doesn't want any of that. I don't want Vaikuntha, I don't want liberation or any other boon. So how come he doesn't want to go back to Godhead?
I'll just try to answer whatever little knowledge I have. But going back to Godhead, it is just some little side effect. So for example, if you just take a medicine to cure our disease, maybe we will have some kind of side effects. So, but the real devotee, our goal is not going back to Godhead. Our goal is wherever we are, we just want to think about Krishna. We just want to serve Sri Sri Radha Kalachandji. So, it's Goloka? Yes, fine, that is wonderful. This is Bhuloka, this is material world. My consciousness towards Krishna, my love for Krishna, that is my main goal. I just want to serve him wherever I am. So, I think that's the best, Prabhuji. I mean, it is not the impersonal Brahman, or it is not a specific destination for us. But in our consciousness, if we are able to think about Shri Krishna and Srimati Radhika Rani, that will be our perfection of life in any state of our mind. Hope that answers, Prabhuji. Thank you. You want to add anything?
Time for one more question. Anybody else have another question? Don't be shy. Okay. Thank you all so much. Let's give her grace, Radhika Krpa Mataji, a big Hari Bol.